Good morning, everyone. I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a garden update here. So, kind of interesting day though. I actually ended up getting pulled over by the police for having too many wood chips in the back of my truck. I did fit in quite a bit there, But luckily, all the good karma the past couple of weeks, I decided to cash it all in at once, and he just said, "Stomp it down for me, please, and move along your way." So, hey Tanya, how you doing? So, the mixture here today, that I'm basically going to be amending the top of the wood chips with. Hey Eric, how you doing, bro? It's good to see you, man. So, what I mixed, and I'll show you here. Oh, I'm sorry, it's over here. So here I have organic chicken poo. I've got azomite, which is A to Z minerals, wide spectrum minerals, and then I've got Epsom salt. And I put all that in there. Hey Judy, how you doing? And so what I'm going to do is normally I would amend this and then some into my soil directly, which I'm going to do with the front beds here later. But all my tomatoes, I'm going to do the surface area, and then I'm going to give them CalMag. And the reason that'll actually help to prevent blossom end rot, which is kind of the little brown circles there at the bottom of the tomatoes, makes them go bad. I ended up getting a couple, so I'm like, okay, I need some CalMag. So I'm going to go ahead and, re-amend. Going to put that in with a little bit of molasses. You want to do, when they're about this size, you want to do about, a half a 5-gallon bucket of the shot of molasses, and then maybe about, gosh, I would say like a teaspoon of CalMag, calcium magnesium. Mix that up really good. After you put the amendment on, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, all the way around, and pick all the tomatoes that have the blossom end. Right? How you doing, Tran? Good to see you, man. But yeah, you do that, and you'll eliminate your blossom end rot. So kind of let you know what else we've been working on. And look at the peppers, dude. The peppers going. Oh, and this is like the best. This is a Siam Queen Thai basil. This stuff is delicious. We've harvested so much from it already. But the peppers are all rocking. Just look at them, just hanging out. I'm pretty sure that's that's the Melrose. And we got the King of the North. Yeah. A little bit of Game of Thrones rocking on. We're going to harvest a ton of lemon cucumbers. Have you used a 5-gallon to grow tomatoes upside down? They get so big. I tried the topsy-turvy a little bit, and it didn't exactly work for me, but, hey, I may try it, again in the future. Hey, Ron, how you doing, dude? Yeah, here's a little shot of the melon patch. Now, this shit was overgrown. Big time. And that's root bound. I don't care. The current tomatoes, they taste all right, but they're really like, they got a lot of skin, and it's like really tough. I don't like them. They're not very juicy. But this was all overgrown in here. So last night I just completely like cut a path, get in here. Look at got cantaloupes. Yeah. If you look down here, yeah, we got more cantaloupes, everywhere. Yeah, this is the elongated lemon cucumber, and it's just trellising like you. Hey, Tony, how you doing, man? Freaking long time no see, dude. Yeah, Mr. Bennett, everybody. And we got another lemon cucumber here, our squash and our zucchini and our other squash. This is about ready to pick right here. Look at that sucker, acorn squash, and we're gonna have loads of them. I'm just opening it up for all the pollinators. Yeah, and what we'll do here is I'll make sure to pet a few bumblebees, so you can see, we got a relationship, but it's just, yeah, look at the pumpkins. Can you see? Oh, I got a little bit of sleep in the eye, sorry. Yeah, that cleared it up. Awesome. Hey, Roy, how you doing, dude? So, yeah, if you can see that. In fact, you know what? I'll just go ahead and take you in, Oh, yeah, dude. Look, we got frickin' bumblebees. How you doing, dude? Yeah, you're frickin' awesome. Yeah, these are like the patty pans. So these are, yeah, we should have some. We just did a big harvest of them actually just a few days ago. Oh, look at these. We got some more pumpkins coming on here. And what I've been doing is I cut the shoots off, okay, to kind of hedge it. So then the Eldar shoots, you know, tend to do a little bit better. Hey, Jose, how you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in, dude. Yeah, all the broccoli are doing phenomenal. You know, this is Foxley time. It's so pretty. Yeah. Oh, we can't have you see these. That's trouble. For some of you international people. Oh yeah, look. He's trying to get out. He's like, dude, I'm too drunk. Hey, how you doing, dude? Yeah, we got that down here. We got that over there. Hey guys, like eggplant? Actually, let me show you the eggplant here real quick because I haven't. Hey, Jose, awesome, dude. I love Florida, man. Actually, Marijuana Max, he's in Florida, dude. He's a man. Might have to tag him in a photo now. So check this out. You lift that up, boom. Got a couple right there. I mean, they're coming out like Romas is kind of what they're looking like here. Let me go ahead and turn this back around here. Yeah, look, we got more. Look at the size of it. And yeah, it's got, you know, a couple of small bite marks, it looks like, but they didn't penetrate, you know, into the situation, you know. But yeah, let me show you some pumpkins. Yeah, these are the Jerusalem artichokes, by the way. And these are basically sunchokes, okay? I just want to know, what time is dinner? Dude, dinner is anytime you're here, brother. And I'll tell you what, if our long-term, you know, solution comes to fruition, bro, you won't have another thing to worry about in your life. I promise you. But yeah, so you root, these actually come out like potatoes. So you harvest them like that, and they taste really good. Look at that pumpkin. Yeah. Boom. Yeah, and that's not even near ripe yet. You're going to get freaking bigger than that. And then these are actually starting to mature here. Yeah, we've got a couple of them. Got another one over there. Right there. You know, it's pretty thick in here, you know, but yeah, so what I can do now is I'd like to show you kind of what I've been working on in the northeast corner. It's going to be our new raspberry patch, but I got some comfrey that I think I'm going to put in there. Some other herbs, and just kind of spruce it up a little bit, make it look really nice. Hey Margie, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, so the load of wood chips that I got pulled over today for is right there. Oh, thanks. Hey, we have a surprise guest. We have James, the best gardener neighbor ever. Hey James, why don't you tell your story, man? We're live on the Facebook, man.
What kind of story you want me to tell?
Hey, to tell them the story about like how you grew out here and how you grew up out here and all the different herbs, man.
Oh, I was born here. This is my 90th year. I was born 1928. And I can still remember that.
I know, isn't it amazing, man? I remember Mount St. Helens erupting too, you know, and that was...
That was important one day, Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
Saturday market, and I went up on the bridge and I watched the top go off.
Man, even back then they had the Saturday market? Were there drum circles when you were going out there?
Were there what?
Were there drum circles? Hey Ryan, how you doing, man? Drum circles, you know, where people throw down beats in big circle? Bunch of people get up and they start dancing?
Oh, not really.
Oh.
Yeah, then after that, all the ash started falling in the streets were covered with ash.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy time, man. So you left me some apples though?
I brought you some apples.
Thank you, man. I will make sure I got another acorn coming up here. Maybe I'll hook you up, man, you know, and you know if you want any leafy greens, you know, those are certainly up as well. You know, just so everybody knows, you know, this is how the garden's looking over here. But I'll tell you what, this man right here has helped me out with so many volunteers. It's not even funny. I mean, like, you know, a lot of these beautiful flowers, you know, that you see kind of over there and in the corner that haven't quite, you know, popped yet. You know, that's because of this man here. You know, he propagates them up and passes it over to me. And I'll tell you what, I am so incredibly thankful for this man. And he's an inspiration.
I'll bring you some Chinese lantern plants.
Oh, dude, that would be wicked. I would take that in a second.
Yeah, the little bird inside the Chinese.
Well, you give me that, man, and I'll make sure to get you some of my strawberry spinach once I get those propagated, man. Those are going to be amazing. But hey, man, I'm going to go ahead and give these guys kind of an update of what I got going on over here, you know, and I'll stop by here in a little bit for you. All right?
Okay, if you want some more apples.
Oh, I'll take apples, and we will make pie with them apples. I promise you.
We don't want anything for nobody would want them. I don't know why they would want them.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm really looking forward to those yellow plums that you got rocking, man.
You know that plum tree broke down from the weight. Some of those big branches that were hanging down.
Hey, Susan.
A couple 100 pounds, and the limbs couldn't take it.
Well, hopefully they ripen up, man.
They're ripen, but they ran over and they're broken. Loaded.
Well, hey, man, it was good talking with you, and I'll catch you here in just a little bit, okay, man? Thank you so much. So this over here, guys, yeah, that's the wood chips. I made that down. I got on top of it and I started stomping it down and like moving it in. I'm like, yes, sir. You know, we're good, Mr. Officer. And so I'm gonna be unloading them today. And this is what we did here yesterday. So, you know, I still need to put like a little bit of mulch in and behind. But then what I'm gonna do, see, that looks real shallow on the soil, and I understand that. But when I add all the nutrients, especially like the perlite and the vermiculite, it really adds actually a lot of fluff to it. And then I want to make sure to have at least probably 2.5 to 3 inches to really mat down some wood chips there. And that'll help to keep it nice and moist, especially with the rest around here. And what we're doing is we're doing soil reparation. Because, dude, this shit is clay. You know, it is hard, dude. Like, honestly, I want to soak like this whole area and then take this down, this whole strip right here, so we have no problems opening the fence, you know. But it's so hard, you know. It's going to take a while to rebuild this soil, maybe a couple of months. But yeah, we went all around here, and so this is going to completely repair this soil. So when I go to plant, like what I want to do around the perimeter of the property is I want to do garlic, elephant garlic, all the way throughout. And by doing that, we're going to have so many pollinators. So when I introduce the beehives here, you know, come spring, I'm going to order at least 1, maybe 2, you know, and test it out. And I think we're going to generate a lot of honey. But hey, I'll go ahead and give you just a quick look, you know, here at the island, and you know, it's all looking good, and you know, uber manicured like a bonsai. And cruising through the La France. Yeah, got to take a look at the keys. Yeah, you got the fucking keys hanging there. Everything's doing Bombay, so I'm going to transplant all those here today. And everything's just bushing. Bushy, bushy, bushy. You don't see not one bit, if you look through here, you know, not one bit of powdery mildew. I got some older leaves, you know, that I need to go ahead and defoliate out, you know, but every leaf is doing superb. And what I'm going to do, okay, and this is something else that I kind of want to and another pan view over here, you know. But what I'm gonna do is, well, we got all this soil here, but I got to amend that, so I'm gonna be putting that into wheelbarrows and then amending it. I got all this bamboo today for free, dude, up where I get my soil and my wood chips. Yeah, and so this Hispanic guy Tito, really freaking cool dude. You know, he said, "Okay, look, I'm actually cutting down a bunch of bamboo right now, and here's where I'm at." And he's like, "Just go ahead and come on by. I'll go ahead and cut them up really nice for you." And I'm like, "Oh man, that's just beautiful." Because now what I'm gonna do, okay, like I initially was gonna stake um, uh, uh, rope. I was going to tie rope to the very top rung and then stake it down. So I was going to kind of trellis it down, kind of spiral like, and that'll open up the airflow, you know, a bit more and, you know, just add a bit more dimension. But now that I've got the bamboo, I'm just going to go bloop, and I'll freaking zip tie that dude to where it's really tight. And then I think I'm going to go, I certainly will, Ryan. I will hit you up, bro. Awesome, man. Thank you. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get these little stones. I use these little stones around the yard. You know, they're not that big. They're maybe like 8 inches by 5.5 or so. But yeah, do that, and then I'll just set one of them on there, kind of keep it relatively stationary and secure. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and trellis it on down, man, all the way. And we're definitely producing. You know, like I say, I cross-pollinated, you know, quite a few of these. We've got a quite a few coming on. I'm just waiting for the Mexican sour gherkin, you know, which are these. You know, you can barely see that, but basically they come on and they look like mini watermelons, and they're like real crispy and sour and nice and juicy. It's certainly a different take, you know. All the sunflowers are really starting to go to town, and look at the freaking length of these shooters, dude. And here's something else. I don't know if you guys know, but when you see this on your strawberry, okay, this is a whole new strawberry, okay? So you can actually cut this off, like I would cut it off like up there. And what you do is you take off all this growth here. You can't see that. All this growth here, and just leave that big leaf exposed. And you put that in the soil. How you doing, Deborah? Um, so you have that exposed, and then you just let that runner go, and it'll do a connector, and then yeah, you'll have a whole nother strawberry. That's why you want to have them in the pots instead of free roaming, unless you got a lot of land. But I can do that 1, 2. I could do it 2 times on this. So that's 2 individual plants. There's another, you know, and that's just that's how it works, you know, when it comes to strawberries. And we got these all over here. So, you know, I'm also considering maybe setting up a new little strawberry patch, you know, get them suckers, you know, rooted for spring. So, you know, we're just like rocking mad strawberries. You know why? You know, I was actually known at Cascade Auto Glass for a long time as Strawberry Fields Forever, because my last name's Fields, you know. Let me take you down, because I'm going to. Anyways, yeah, give you a shot here of, yeah, and look at all the new growth, okay? So you see the light green here. Boom, boom, boom. All of this new growth. And it's coming on quickly. It's just they need to establish their root system. In fact, I hadn't given them any. There's stuff called root juice, kangaroots. So if you got like a grow shop, kangaroots it's got like just some really good nutrients that specifically focus on like nutrient uptake and on, you know, developing the root section. So if you're trying to develop something quickly, I would definitely add that to your amendment. You know, now I did say that I would give the secret recipe. So what I did, okay, as you know, back to Eden-esque, you know, garden method. I'm kind of thinking it's like the Zen garden method, because it's easy peasy, dude. It freaking works. But what you do, okay, is you put down the newspaper, 6 to 7 layers, you overlap it, you water it down as you go. Then you put between 4 to 6 inches of your uber soil, and me personally, I use a mushroom loam soil, and then I amend it. And I amend it with Epsom salt, hydrated lime, vermiculite, and vermiculite is for not only drainage but wide spectrum mineral absorption. The azomite, which is basically the same thing, but it's a bit more fine and a little bit more longer release, so it'll actually last you a bit longer, promotes the health of the plant, prevents diseases, all that good stuff. Organic chicken poo, which is good for the nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium, whole kit and caboodle. The worm castings, because that's also a slow release. Nitrogen lasts a long time, takes a long time to break down. And perlite, okay, perlite as well, not only for the drainage, and it breaks up while it's in there, so it fluffs up the soil real nice, but it's also a really good silica, um, amendment. And then what you do, the last piece of the puzzle is the mycorrhiza. You got to put the mycorrhiza in there for the beneficial bacteria. And then when you do your initial water, and this goes for anything, okay, if you can afford it, it's a little bit of money, to get it going. But once you get it rocking, you don't need to do this. But when you do that, and every once in a while, like on the CalMag, the molasses and the Epsom salts, and then just, amending the ground once in a while with just a spread, which is, nothing. You're looking at like $4 each time that you do it. It's really not that much. But yeah, then you put, after you amend it, you got the 4 to 6 inches of soil, above the newspaper. You put about another 4 to 6 inches. How you doing, Gainer? Thanks for tuning in. Then you put another 4 to 6 inches of recycled wood chips over the soil. And then where you want to plant, you pull away the wood chips in that area until you have, like, I would say, like half a basketball size soil exposure. Okay. And what you do is you fill up another 5-gallon bucket full of the super soil. How you doing, David? So you dump that in there, you plant your start, and then you fill it in with wood chips, make sure it's nice and matted down. And as they grow bigger, you add more wood chips to kind of create a mound, and that'll keep it nice and moist. So, even if you're not watering like all the time, I mean, it might wilt a little bit, but as soon as the sun, hits trees or the horizon, it cools down just a little bit, you'll be golden. If you have a drip system, you're going to be golden. If you're on top of your water, you're going to be more than golden, and you're going to have, you're just going to reap so many rewards, of doing it. It's absolutely amazing. That's what I do, So, I mean, it blocks out the grass, it takes out the weeds, and if you don't have to deal with that, well, shoot, honestly, I'm looking forward to the day when we just don't have to mow the frickin' lawn anymore. That'll be wonderful. Anyways, if you guys, need any tips or whatever, on your gardening, I'd be more than happy to help you out. Send me some pictures. I'd love to post that for people, or post them yourself. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in.